Awesome. So today is September 23rd. And I just wanted to do kind of a recap on, a lot of our team is pretty new, diamonds, or, we have some that are working towards 1 star, 2 star. So I kind of wanted to go over once you're diamond, then what? And for myself too, once I got to diamond, it was kind of like, oh, I did it, and I kind of let my foot off the pedal. And I want to, hopefully you guys can learn from my mistake or, what I did to maybe go a different route. So I was diamond in 63 days. And then I didn't achieve 1 star until, December, January, February, March, April. 5 months it took me to get to 1 star, which is ridiculous. It was my husband's account. I had him emerald, but I didn't build him. And I don't know why, looking back, maybe I didn't have the guidance or the push, or, because it's such a big focus. And think of this with your team too. We want to help them get to diamond so soon because it helps our rank, but it also helps them achieve success. And then it's like, okay, that's done. Now we're, now on to the next person. Let's see who else we can help to diamond. So I think that's kind of what happened to me. Once I was there, then it was kind of like, okay, I was left to figure it out. But, what that kind of opened my eyes was the Success Club trip. The cruise happened in March, and being around all of the other coaches and just networking and meeting other people who were in the same boat as me, it was why aren't I working on building Adam to diamond? That's just dumb. So I got back and I literally built him to diamond in a week and a half. Because I was earning Success Club every single month, 10 or higher for myself and Adam, I had a really big customer base. So I just got to work. I contacted all of my customers and, the people who are still using Shakeology, then they converted to a coach. And I just really pushed hard and I made that happen. So, I really would love to see you guys, think about where you want to be at the year end, and don't let your foot off the pedal. Success Club is non-negotiable, because if you're not hitting Success Club, is basically how many people you're helping. If you're not helping people in your business, then you don't have you have no room to grow. So, really focus on finding people and building your network. I see a lot of coaches, getting stuck on Facebook too. Get yourself off of Facebook, get yourself out there on other social media avenues, build your Pinterest following, build your Instagram following. Really focus on your like page. So for me, September, if you're having a hard month, which I see a lot of our team is having a really hard month this month, especially, and it's not just the Fit Formation coaches. When I look deeper into my downline, there's a lot of coaches that are pretty much guaranteed, every month they're going to hit Success Club that are not hitting it yet this month. There's 7 days left. So it's not just you, it's a bad time of the year. I read somewhere where September really is almost like a new year or like a December. It's just with the change in routine, the change of the season, people, kids going back to school, you're going to be getting objections. But also it's people are wanting to start fresh too and refocus on themselves. So you just kind of know how to talk to people and, put yourself in their shoes, what they might be thinking right now. Are they wanting to focus on themselves right now and kind of, while schedules are adjusting and things are changing, do they want to invest time in themselves? So as you're having those conversations, just something to have in the back of your head. Okay, so I'm kind of getting off on a tangent here. All right. So so focusing on yourself first, Success Club, focusing on your spouse account, both, a lot of us have spouse accounts that we can build to diamond. And then in the same time, focus on one person or 2 people in your downline who are meeting you halfway. And this is really hard to kind of, we want success for all of our coaches, for every single person I bring into the business. I believe in them. I want to help them. I want to mentor them. I want to see them succeed and, have financial freedom. But some coaches want it too, but they're not willing to put forth the work. So you have to make that distinction. This is a business. Invest your time wisely in those coaches who are putting in the work. They're meeting you halfway. So you can strategically work with, a select few people in your downline and make sure that they're on the opposite leg, or, you have maybe a group chat of 3 people, mixed wherever they are placed in your downline. But you can be strategic about it in a sense where you need 1 diamond on each leg. So make sure you're, working. And if you don't have that working coach on your opposite leg, you got to recruit. Okay. So whatever you do now is going to set yourself up for next year, in terms of elite, you guys all have a chance at elite. If it's not in the cards for you this year, it'll be in the cards for you next year. So any coaches that you recruit now, when they hit success, it's going to count towards your elite points for next year. Okay. So, right now your focus really should be on recruiting, and you can talk to people about, earning money for Christmas. I know when I signed up in July, it was really nice to pay cash for Christmas for the first year ever. I can remember that first year I started coaching, and it was because of the income extra that we were earning through Beachbody. So anyone that's giving you the price objection, approach them right away about coaching. All right. So, think about where you want to be at your year end, for your goals. For 2-star, I want you guys to write this date down in your calendars, for 2 reasons. If you are pushing for 2-star, the, qualification for the bonus, the 2-star bonus, is November 18th. Mm-hmm. Okay. So put that in your calendar. I always suggest putting that date back a week or 2. If you're talking to any of your coaches on your team, who is working towards this goal, just to give yourself that little bit of a buffer. Stuff always comes up. It never fails. But the second date I want you to put in your calendar is, where's that date? Okay. Oh, November 26th. Here it is. Okay. So November 26th is when you would be a 2-star by the last day of the year. So December 31st would be, you'd hold it in qualification for 6 weeks. I'd really love to see you guys be able to get that bonus. It's like a week apart. So
what day is it? I'm sorry. What day did you say?
November 26th.
Okay.
Would put you at 2-star by the year end. And that will be important if you're qualifying for the leadership retreat in January. So, a week before to get the bonus, a week after to qualify for the 2-star leadership event. All right. So I wanted to talk with you a little bit about leadership. I went last January, and it was by far my favorite Beachbody event I've ever been to. Even over the Success Club trips, everything else. Because if you think of how powerful Summit was, leadership is the same thing, only way more intimate. You're with 200 or fewer people who are there, and you're training specifically for things that you need for your business to develop, your team, develop your leadership, come up with your marketing plan for the year. You get a tour of the headquarters, which was really awesome. We did live, very small workouts with Autumn Calabrese when the release of the 21 Day Fix Extreme came out. And it was 20 people, in that room training with Autumn. It was amazing. It was fun. They picked the top 3 of the top coaches in the company to do trainings for us. And it was on integrity. I think I did a summary after I got back for you guys on what all was gone over. But it was just, it was a lot of fun too. So when I got there from the airport, and everything was paid for. So this is the other thing too that's amazing. You qualify with 10 elite points. If you get 20 elite points and your 2-star rank, then all of your hotel expenses covered as well. So that's really awesome. It's at the Hyatt. The nights are $249 a night. So 20 elite points will get that completely paid for. So your only expense is airfare. All of the meals were covered and included. It was just really an awesome time to go and really feel spoiled and to get this top training from, the company. The tour was awesome. We got to see the Shakeology bar and all this kind of stuff. It was pretty awesome. And then when I got there, a few of the other coaches who were going solo we met up and we did a limo tour of like Hollywood Hills and whatever the Boulevard shopping thing is. We did that. It was so much fun to be able to do that and experience California. That was the first time I've ever been in California. So aside from all of that, the training that you're going to get. So it's definitely something to try to push for and get. I know all of you guys can do this. It's 2 diamonds. Build your spouse account, build another coach. You can do it. I try to, gauge my growth of my business on, my rank advancements. I really should, be rank advancing every 3 to 6 months. So look at that yourself too. You should be rank advancing every 3 to 6 months, and that, even adding emeralds, adding, diamonds to your team. So if you're looking for like, well, I don't know, what I could be at next year even, kind of use that as kind of a gauge. All right. So how do you get to 2-star? Like I said, look at your organization. The leadership ladder, you guys, is an awesome tool that actually gives you action steps. So if you haven't gone back since you've signed up as a coach, they've added that, they've changed that. Go into your training section, your Coach Online office, click on the different levels where they're broken down. Maybe start at emerald, start at diamond. Go to the 2 to 5-star, and make sure you're doing those action steps. And that's going to tell you what you need to do and how to do it to build your team. All right. The other thing that I want to offer you guys is like co-hosting groups. If you feel like you have, coaches who are doing the work, they're, putting the effort in, I want to be able to help you run like a 10-day Emerald group or whatever. The one that I'm doing right now, I think tomorrow's the last day, was awesome. We had, how many, Tracy, you're in that group with me? I think we had 3 coaches hit Emerald in 10 days.
Yeah, 3 so far.
Yeah. So, it's been a really good group. It's nice to get coaches together from other teams because then they maybe can find success partners. I know Tracy, one of our coaches and yours, found success partner with each other. And it also helps them just feel part of the team, part of the community, and experience that. And versus putting them in a group with maybe 3 people who aren't, if they're not active, then they're not going to be feeding off each other's energy and success. So I think it's really beneficial for us to just run teams together like that. So if you want to do that, we can plan on doing one for next month. I don't know if we need to do one, do them back to back, but that would be an idea too.
I'm game for that because I don't have very many working coaches, and once Melanie started seeing everybody else jumping and doing it, then she was game for it, and she hit it. So
yeah, absolutely. And posting our own accountability too. I know I started out really strong doing it every day, and then I kind of forgot over the weekend, and I was like, oh crap, I think I did it last night because I remembered. But those of us who are in there, helping our coaches, the more we post our accountability, the same thing probably happens. Like they get busy and they forget, but then it's like, oh, okay, I need to do my invites, and it's going to help remind them to do the activities, which is the power in posting your accountability, right? If you didn't do your personal development, you're going to take 10 minutes quick and do your personal development, or, it just is a reminder that we need to do these things to move our business forward. So you can be doing that too. All right, looking ahead to October. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about too, this is really important. So as we grow our businesses and grow our teams, there are going to be people who check out. They check out of the business, and it's nothing personal. I know, like, I've experienced it. You think you're going to help someone get to Emerald, and they're not going to drop rank, but they do. Or you help someone get to Diamond, or almost Diamond. I've had coaches who are just right there, like 1 or 2 more coaches, and they've got it. And then they totally stop working the business. They stop hitting Success Club. All those discounts go inactive. It slipped away. And there's nothing you can do. It's not you, and it happens. So kind of, going forward, expect that. Your team that you have right now might not be the same team you have a year from now, might not be the same team you have 6 months from now. And that's why recruiting is so key. Like, you always have to be feeding your well, pumping your well. Think about your recruiting plan, your marketing plan for the month, and coaching has to be in there. So you pick your dates for your challenge groups. And that's why I run my challenge groups when I do the 1st and 3rd Monday of every month, because the second part of the month, I'm really focusing on recruiting for coaches, and how my coach opportunity calls, doing them every week, is a reminder for my team that they need to be inviting into coaching regularly every single week. And as you grow your team, you're going to want to do the same thing for your coaches. Because I know as a new coach, it's really uncomfortable, and it might still be for you to host a coaching opportunity call. The more you do them, the more comfortable you're going to get with it, and the easier it's going to get. But if you're not doing it, you can bet your coaches are not going to be doing it, because it's really uncomfortable for them. They haven't seen success with the business yet, so it's really nerve-wracking for them to share it with other people, because they don't feel like they can explain it and be confident about it. So as a Diamond coach, there are key activities that you have to be doing. And that's hitting Success Club, hosting opportunity calls for your team, like helping them get challenge groups too. Like as a new coach, if you tell them, okay, we're going to invite for a challenge group, they're going to be like, okay. And they're not going to do it because they don't know when, they don't know how. They're just really scared. Like they don't want to run a challenge group by themselves. I remember myself, think back to how you were when you were a brand new coach. Like I didn't even know what a Facebook group was, no joke. I wasn't in a challenge group before I started coaching. So they need you to be that, to be their guide, and show them what it is, and that it's not as scary as it might seem. All right. So my groups then for October are October 5th. I'm going to start my challenge group. October 19th, I'm going to do challenge group. And then on the 5th, my new coach training groups are going to start. We can do another 10-day Emerald group on the 5th. The other thing that I did is I created a training website. And I'm going to start, I have to finish it up yet. I have a few things that I want to do. So I'm going to give this in my email, for my welcome email for my new coaches. And you guys can use it too. I purposely made it pretty not team specific so that you'd be comfortable sharing it. Or you can duplicate it. So use my posts, use my format, and make your own. I did it on Blogger. It was so super easy. But I'm going to do it more self-led. And I've been resistant to doing that because I feel like if I'm not there posting every day and seeing what people are doing, seeing their accountability, that they're not going to work the business. But if those people aren't self-motivated to begin with, they're probably not going to work out as coaches anyway. So the ones that want it are going to go in there. They're going to do the assignments. They're going to show you. And I ask, there's a call to action for every single day. And I think I broke it down into 15 or 16 assignments. So that's not a whole lot. And I kept it really, really basic on purpose. So every day, or however they want, if they're a go-getter and they want to do all 17 assignments in one day, they can do that. It's completely self-led. So then they'll just email me or whoever their coach is the assignments. And that will indicate that they're ready for the next level. And I think I'm going to do another separate website for Emerald to Diamond in the same format, where they will email me the assignments. I'm not quite sure, the first time I try it, I might still create a Facebook group for my group of new coaches so that they still have the community and get to know each other type of deal. But I don't think I'm going to be posting daily assignments. Maybe it'll be just, post your accountability for the day, how many invites you did, what personal development you did. And that would make sense to me to kind of get them into the habit and routine of doing the vitals every day. Let's see, but I'm looking for something that's going to free up a little bit of my time. And it's frustrating. I know you guys have been there too, where you're running all these coaching training groups and there's little to no engagement. It's like, well, I'm the only one posting. I'm the only one participating. Why am I doing this? So it's really going to show you who has skin in the game, who's going to meet you halfway, who's willing to do the work. And then you just know that you have to keep pumping your well. You have to keep recruiting. The other thing that I'm going to do for October is go back to doing a sneak peek. So I've been doing the weekly calls, which have been going really, really great on Thursday nights. But once a month, I am going to invite for a sneak peek and do it that way. So that way it's kind of like, it's working for other coaches. It hasn't necessarily worked for me so well in the past, but I'm going to change a few things up with how I'm running them and seeing if that'll make a difference. I don't want to, get rid of it altogether. I just think I need to tweak some things to make them more effective. So I'll be hosting those once a month, and I'm going to start that one on October 19th, which happens to be my birthday, by the way. So right after Super Saturday, I think there's going to be a lot of hype. Hopefully we can, Super Saturday is October 17th, Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. So we'll just create a lot of hype with surrounding that event. And then anybody who attends Super Saturday, if they haven't committed, signed up, then we can invite them into that sneak peek that following week. But we can talk about that then in our sneak peek. So timing, I think it's perfect. And then they can start our new coach training group then that first week in November. So the flow is really nice. Let's see. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is, just switching gears a little bit, is tracking your business. As you grow your team, this is going to become more and more important for you. The form that I love to use is the Elite Goal Guide, and I posted that in our Fit Formation Diamond page. So hopefully you guys have looked at that. I think we've gone over it a couple times with Jeff on calls that he's co-hosted with us. But you know where you're at with your business. If you have 1 or 2 coaches hitting Success Club every month consistently, you know who those coaches are. You know, you can work for it with them. You know, if it's nearing the end of the month, like now, you know, I'm going back and looking at, okay, who has not hit Success Club that normally has by now? What can I do to help? Yeah, I know. I have 4. I had one person that was supposed to sign up last night and yesterday. It's like, oh, gosh, just do it already, you know? So I don't have to worry about it. So what I'm doing now is I'm like researching, like, okay, you know, what posts can I find that I can post in our team page? What invites? Actually, before this call, tonight when we got the call, I'm going to go back and just start like digging up stuff from our group pages or whatever and posting invite scripts in our team page. So you guys can all do that too for your teams, or like in Team Fit Formation, whatever, to help our, you know, everyone. I don't want to leave anyone behind this month. It's an awesome incentive. That's the P90X gift incentive for anyone who hits Success Club. You can share that. You can use it towards your business. If you already have the workout program like I do, I'm going to use it towards my business. But you know, like, so think about what you can help, what you can do to help. But if you have 1 coach or 2 coaches, whatever that number is the month before, then shoot for 1 number higher the following month. You know, if it's a new coach, you know, help them hit Success Club. Find their first 3 people. I had a call today with a newer coach who's been stuck. She hasn't had 1 customer yet. She's really doing awesome. I see her working really hard, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, what can we do? I've been talking with her a couple times a week on the phone. So, you know, tonight we really have a plan. Like, we're going to make this happen, and she's motivated. So it's just, you know, coming up with different posting ideas, helping them tweak their posts, maybe, you know, share different types of things. You know, what's going to really reach people and want them to join her challenge or her team. So, you know, we talked about that tonight. But this is where your leadership kind of takes, you know, this is where you need to step up and be that leader on your team and really guide your coaches, give them kind of tools that you think are going to help them achieve their goals. But the tracking, you know, and how many people are in Success Club, how many recruits you have each month too, is really important to track. And that's a number that you also want to try to shoot for higher. You know, the 1 month, from month to month, shoot 1 or 2 higher than you did the month before. All right. Leadership retreat. Ashley, I need to know from you. Are you coming to the Bahamas?
I am working with Brad on that right now.
Okay. I hope you are.
He doesn't have a job.
He's what?
He doesn't have a job yet. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So. I'm working on it.
Okay. Let's you and I do a call this week and talk strategy for your business too. Does that sound okay? All right. So with any type of event, all right, you know that your business is going to grow. So one thing for me, like, I know, you know, when you're starting out, you're not earning a whole heck of a lot from your business. But you have to think of it as an investment, and it's a tax deduction. And just know that when you share pictures, you know, from you in the Bahamas, or like Fort Lauderdale last year actually was amazing. Like, how many pictures did we have for our marketing after that? And just the experience of being, like, meeting other coaches for the first time, really getting to know them, and, you know, just having that friendship is priceless. After Summit, you know, like, coaches who maybe were discount coaches all of a sudden expressing interest in wanting to work the business again, or for the first time. You know that's going to help your business. So we have Super Saturday coming up October 17th. Make sure you can get yourself there, right? The Diamond Retreats, the leadership in January is going to do the same thing for your business. And you're also going to get that training that you aren't going to get anywhere else. Also in January, this is something else I just want to plant the bug in your ear. I mentioned this last week. They are going to be doing another party like they did last year in Pittsburgh for Melanie and the Dream Team for Top Coach. I'm really struggling with what to do with our Super Saturday because I like hosting ours, but at the same time, like I have to think about what's going to be more beneficial for me and for my business. And I'm really leaning towards Pittsburgh in January. I'm probably going to be maybe invited to do a training again. I'm not sure, but I mean, even if I'm not, Kim Carver is probably going to be there. They're going to have probably Cara Leichler come, a celebrity trainer, whoever that might be, is probably going to be there again. Mm-hmm. So it's a really great event to be a part of the top team and to be able to, again, network with our extended family team, meet some new coaches that maybe you haven't met before, find a success partner. But it's kind of like another mini summit where you're going to get the training. You're going to be able to be around other coaches who are succeeding in the business and things like that. So just want to plant that bug in your ear. I think it's January 7th. It's the first full weekend in January. And it'll be a Friday night training, or a Friday night Super Saturday, and then with a Saturday morning training. All right, so that's all I had tonight. Do you guys have questions, or what's going really good in your business that you want to share? And then maybe what do you need? Where do you feel like you could use some more guidance, or where are you feeling like you're stuck? Or, you know what? I'll let you answer that, and then I want to go over the leader or elite reports with you guys. So, all right. So, what's going really good in your business, and where do you feel like you need guidance or growth?
Right now, I have had a lot of one-on-one calls with my coaches. Like I've talked about it several times to set it up, and now a lot of them are actually seeking me out for it, which is nice. So I'm not like, hey, anyone want to do a one-on-one call? And then I get nothing. It's more of now everyone's like, I need a one-on-one call. So it's been really good. So the last couple days I've been doing a lot of one-on-ones, which is a lot, but it's been really good. So I started a different section in a notebook to talk about one-on-one calls and specifically where their goals are at and what they want to achieve via personal transformation, via business. And I've had a couple other ones reach out to me today. So that part has been going really, really well. What has not been going very, very well is my Success Club points this month because it's not good. So I am not going to fail, but I've also made it clear with my team too that I'm still pushing. Like it's been a struggle month. Mm-hmm. And I think being honest about that, because I think people think that like I'm magic, like you still have to work at it. Like you still have to make relationships and make connections. I've been inviting like 20 a day. And I've gotten nothing, and I don't.
All right, so this is where like the importance of building up your like page comes into play.
I have 30 new likes this past week.
Awesome. All right, so what you can, what are you at total, Ashley? Do you know?
730 now.
Okay, so what I would like to have you do is play around with your target market and boost a post.
Okay.
So a challenge group post or coach opportunity post. This time of the year, if you're not having success with challenge group, challenger
opportunity
joins, go with a coach opportunity.
Yeah.
And talk, like maybe when you get interest, focus on, how nice would it be to be able to pay cash, for the money you earn for Christmas, or, even pay for your car loan this month, or
actually that will be my post tomorrow. I am fully paying off my car loan as of tomorrow because of Beachbody.
Yay!
So we know we do not have any car debt anymore. So that will be my post tomorrow, but I didn't want to share that.
Awesome. You should do it tonight because more people are going to see it on a Wednesday night, Ashley.
I know, but it's 9 o'clock already. I feel like my market keeps matter.
Do it now. Do it now.
Okay.
And then so then you could boost. So you could do it on your personal page tonight, And then you could boost it on your like page tomorrow through the weekend or something.
Yep.
All right. Instagram, you guys got to just get out there in all different social media and encourage your team to do the same. Like some people just get so stuck in Facebook, they don't ever get out of that. And you're going to get to the point where, and you're limited to 3,000 friends, which is crazy because I'm almost there. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to be there. But, I grow my business on Facebook, but I have to get myself out there. Like I'm developing my blog, Pinterest, Instagram. I need to get on YouTube, so don't get stuck on one social media platform. You got to get out there. So boost a post on your like page, play around with your target marketing and be creative with your target. Like choose things that are really specific to your niche, like who is going to connect with you. So like Tracy, I don't know if you've ever done this, but like, do you target to like Harley Davidson or, like I'm not a biker, so I don't know like what other branding there is for bikes, but like you like to travel,
That's all I want. I don't want to talk to anybody else.
What?
I don't want to talk to somebody who rides a Honda.
Maybe you could convert them.
Oh, okay.
Sturgeon.
Yeah, I feel stuck that way just because I don't have kids. I don't do any of this back to school stuff. I mean,
But that's you though. That's good. And that you're going to attract totally different people. And I was just talking to somebody about this today. Who was I talking to? I don't remember who, but like Loyal is so super small, but a customer of mine, she's like, oh, there are so many coaches in the area. And it was just kind of made me smile because like when I first started, there was nobody. And, we all are there's a lot of us who are in like the Wausau, Marshfield area. And we're still successful because we're reaching different people. Like you have customers that totally would not connect with me and vice versa. And that's okay. So you just got to kind of pull into that. And Ashley, you don't have kids either. So it's kind of the same sort of thing. And I have like Ryan, who's a college student. And he's posting like, college rules or whatever, and it's like, I don't know. He was a Craigslist person for me. And, I normally probably would not attract someone like that to my business, but, he's kind of trying to figure out his niche and that's college students. So, he's going to be, attracting totally different people and the same thing. So embrace that.
I'll have Melanie check him out.
Who? Oh yeah. Yeah. Is she a student?
Yeah, she's at UW-Madison right now.
Oh my God, I didn't know that, Tracy. Yeah, we should totally get those guys hooked up. So I talked to Ryan about doing like a fit club on campus, and he's such an introvert that he won't do it. And I'm like, oh, Ryan, it'd be awesome. Like I just remember being in the dorms and in that like in the basement, the stinky basement, like that'd be perfect for a group, like a fit club workout, your hall.
What's his last name?
Huh?
What's his last name?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. Ryan, hold on. But yeah, he needs a success partner. And he's really good. Like he's so consistent with his posts. It's just, it's his biggest obstacle right now is just the price objection. College kids don't have money. But you know what? Like they have student loans. I had more money in college than I did when I graduated. Like, honest to God. And a lot of those kids too, like depending on their situation, like they're still living on their parents' credit card or whatever. So, totally. I think it's a good market.
Yeah.
Good market to get into. And he has a vision. He's like, I'm going to be earning money by the time I graduate, to pay for my student loans. Schwartz, that's it. Ryan Schwartz, Schwarz. So yeah, I mean,
I'll never look him up
yeah, but don't be like yourself. Don't be afraid to really just embrace who you are and, think about who you are trying to target, you like to travel, you have your massage and you're a biker chick, you like Sturgis, you like your dog, so like things. Okay. So you could do like, what are some dogs, like pet stores? What are some big pet stores?
Like PetSmart?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. So you're like in your like page boosts, you could do like PetSmart, any big name like pet stuff. With your bikes, any big name bike stuff. And with your massage, like maybe essential oils, things like that. That's totally what I would use for you. And then for you, Ashley, do you feel like you have a good handle on your niche market?
I think so. I think I have a pretty wide variety, which is nice. Like, I like to travel. I moved to Dallas, which is scary, which is still scary being here. I mean, I'm still close to the college age range, which is nice. So I've reached that market. It's a little bit different now, being married, but I still can reach that market.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of single friends, so I can relate to them, and I can relate to married people. So, I mean, I have a variety, but I'm trying to find my 5 things, because I could have 10 things.
Yeah.
But I feel like I should focus more on 5 things, so I'm not losing my mind. But I also, I don't know, I want to be real about my life, that I like doing a lot of stuff, but I don't know. So maybe narrowing it down just a little bit to be a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
I have a problem with words.
So use our team page for that, Tracy. Our Team Fitformation page has been so dead lately. I don't know what we can do to liven it up. But I'm getting all these private messages, and encourage your coaches too, to not be dependent on you for the answers that can be found in your FAQ. If someone messages me a question like that, a lot of times I will post it in Fitformation, and I'll say, I'll post the link to the FAQ or something like that. So don't let your team take advantage of you that way, because as you build and grow and your team gets larger and larger, you can't be, prisoned to your inbox just answering dumb questions like that. It's going to take away from you doing your own activities that you're inviting and you're recruiting. So it has to be balanced. Encourage your team to just use the Fitformation, or first see if they can find the answer themselves. But use our team or the personally sponsored team page, and say, I'm struggling with this post. What do you guys think? And those are the posts and the questions that I want to be able to help you guys with, and we can all help each other, because there are some of us that one of my coaches is she develops blogs. Actually, I have 2 people. One's a writer, one develops blogs. So we can all work with each other's strengths that way. When we work together as a team, we're just going to be stronger because of that. So please use our team for that. But that's a good question to have. All right, so I want to move on to your elite report. And the reason why I want to get back to this is because if you're looking at the 2-star leadership event in January, I want to kind of explain to you, if you're seeing this, how to read it, so you know how far off or how many more points you need to get to that 10 elite points or 20 elite points if you're looking to get your hotel covered for leadership in January. All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. I put together this sheet for you guys. So can you read this at all? Hopefully you can.
Kind of.
Reading your elite report. All right, so this is kind of what it looks like. Do you guys have yours to pull up? Maybe that would be the way to go. I could have scanned it and done a screenshot. That would have been a good idea. All right, so basically on the top left, you're going to see your points as of. This comes out every single month. Usually the second Friday of the month is when you can expect them. The next thing, it'll be your elite ranking. And that's the number of where you are at, or your team is at, in the entire network. All right. And that can fluctuate quite a bit from month to month. So, I don't get too hung up on that. For next year, that's probably going to be more important, because your ranking determines how much you get for your elite bonus. So for coaches who are in the top, I think it's 200, they will get $500 a month. For everyone else who is an elite coach, 5-star, is going to get $100 a month bonus for elite. So it's quite a difference. So that's where the push to be in the top 200 or whatever comes, is for how much you're going to get for your monthly bonus. Your paid rank is important because that's, that determines what you are where you end at for the year. You want that to be 2-star, 1-star, 5-star if you're pushing for elite. Okay, so that's what your paid rank is, your current rank that you see in your Coach Line office. All right, so then there's 2014 ATV and 2015 ATV. And that is your team volume that goes 3 levels down. Okay, it's 3 levels deep in your downline. And it's counted for 2 years. So it's your current year and then the 1 year prior, okay, for your team volume 3 years down. Each year you have to do 10,000 points better than what you did the year prior. All right. Or 130, 130 points. So for every 10,000 points, but if this is the first year that you're, this will be the first year that you're really working it. For every 10,000 points above the 130, you get 1 ATV point for. Okay, so this is where it's important to work the volume of your team. Both of you guys are in our volume training that we're doing, so that kind of gives you an understanding of how your team volume grows. All right, and then your next one is the number of personally sponsored coaches that you help advance to Diamond in the current year. And then the next one is how many personally sponsored coaches that advance to Diamond and are paid Diamond as of that date. Okay, so that's important that they're paid Diamond. All right, so for elite, you have to be a 5-star on December 31st, which means qualification starts that November 18th date that we mentioned before. You have to have 2 paid diamonds that are new diamonds in the current year by December 31st. So they have to start qualification, okay? You have to have 135 elite points with minimum 13 of those being from ATV. Okay, so again, this is going to be more important for next year, but if you're seeing those points, that's where, that comes into play. All right, so then the next section is that little chart. All right, so it looks something like this. Okay, you guys have all seen this? Mm-hmm. All right, so this is just like theoretical, some numbers. I just put in some numbers here for conversation that we could talk about. All right, so the first column is premier points. The middle column is elite points. And then the last column is elite 10 and top coach points, okay? So we're not gonna look at the elite and top 10. The difference between premier and elite is you don't have one or the other. Either you have the points in the rank or you don't have the rank and you have the points. So then you would be a premier coach, okay? So incremental ATV, we'll just say those are 0. Let's say you have, okay, for the next one down is personally sponsored coaches PV. All right, so what determines those points is that's your, you get 1 point, okay, personal volume PV, 1 point for every 500 PV that your team earns, okay? 500 PV, you get 1 point. The next one is for Success Club. It's for personally sponsored coaches. So you get a point for every coach that hits Success Club, and that's 2 years. So it's the current year we're in and the year prior. Okay, so earlier we were talking about how this year is going to set yourself up for next year. So any coaches that you recruit this year and next year they hit Success Club, those coaches, you'll get points for those coaches hitting Success Club next year. Okay, towards your elite points. And then when you hit Success Club yourself, you get a point for that too. Those points double, which is huge. Okay, and then that bottom column is your total points. All right, so the other thing I wanted to do with you then, so this is kind of like figuring out, where do you need to plan to put yourself where you want to be, or how do you figure out where you're going to end based on your current activities, okay? So there's a formula to determine that, trending your points basically. All right, so you take we're going to do with your personally sponsored coach point volume first, okay? So this is the formula if you want to jot this down. Your PS coach PV, okay, whatever number you have in that box. In our example here, I had 36, okay? So your personally sponsored coach PV divided by the months in the year to date. So we are in September. The last report we got was from August. So January through August is 8 months, right? So we're going to take in the example 36 divided by 8, and that's going to give you how many points you're earning each month, right? And then times that by 12 months in the year. If nothing changed in your business, if you did the exact same thing that you did the month prior, that would give you the number that you would get for that column for your total. Okay, are you guys with me?
Yep.
All right, so the same thing can be done then for the personally sponsored coach for your Success Club. So if you did the exact same thing you did the month prior, if you didn't have any growth, you just maintained, did the same thing you did, your team did the same thing. You take that number that's in your personally sponsored coach Success Club, okay? That number I used 26 in this example, divided by the months in the year to date. So January through August is 8 months. Okay, that number, and then times it by 12 again. So you know how many points per month on average. Okay, so then that number is what will be in that column for your year-end total. All right, so then the ATV is kind of the same thing, but it's a little bit different. Okay, so for this one, it's a little more complex. All right, so you take your 54, okay, so your number that you got from your PV, oh wait, okay, sorry, back up. So those two added together, your PV and your SC, you have that number, right? All right, so then figuring your ATV, you're gonna take your 2015 ATV divided by 8 months in the year, so whatever that number is, times 12, so you know how many per month, right? And then you're gonna subtract the 2014 ATV, whatever that number is. And you're going to divide that by 10,000. And that will give you your total for the ATV column, your incremental ATV.
Times it by 10,000?
Divided by 10,000. So 2015 ATV divided by the months in the year to date, times 12. You're going to take that number, subtract that from your 2014 ATV. So whatever year whatever your total was for 2014, and then you're going to divide that by 10. All right, so that number, then you add those three up, that'll give you your year-end total. So if nothing changes in your business, if you repeat the same pattern, that's what you will end the year at, okay? And then just keep in mind that for elite, you have to have 13 points coming from your ATV. And that goes 3 levels down in your business. So that's pretty easy to do. The thing is with your reading your elite report, a lot of it, so much of it is if you just really focus on Success Club and helping your team earn Success Club, the other stuff is going to follow suit. Right? Last year when I was pushing for elite, I really didn't even understand, like we didn't have the elite roadmap that we have now to use, or the tracker. I really was just focused on helping my team hit Success Club, and thinking of what my marketing strategy should be for each month, what groups we were going to run, helping with posts, helping with invites. Because when people are hitting Success Club in your team, then the volume is going to be there, right? Because they're helping people. When we're helping people, we have the volume. The other thing that you can do is just share the product catalog. The performance line is awesome. We didn't have that last year. So, are your coaches using performance line? Are they using the boosts? Are they buying Fixate? As much as we can cross-sell and share the product catalog with our coaches and our team, that's going to boost up your volume too. and help with that ATV column. So does that all make sense to you guys?
Yeah, I'll have to look at my report and, to cross-reference it. But yeah, I got it.
Okay. I mean, it really isn't as complex as you might think. I remember when I got my first ones, I'm like, oh my God, I have no idea how to read this. But we have, in the FitFormation team page, we have that report to look at, and there's training on how to read your elite report. So you can look at that to reference too. Okay. But I love that, being able to figure out, where you're going to end at the year is kind of a cool little formula for you to figure out. So, all right, in closing, I guess I would really encourage you guys, really solidly think about where you want to be, by year end, who your key players are on your team, who you think you can really work with and help them achieve their goals. Again, everyone says they want diamond or they want 2-star, or they want emerald, but who is really, who are you watching that's posting, that's inviting, that's really meeting you halfway? And those are the people that you want to get on mentorship calls with and invest your time into. I know what I was going to say. Okay, so before we close tonight, I know like the distance thing, with the leadership, maybe it was holding some people back from coming to the Bahamas. It was mostly for my personally sponsored coaches, but I feel kind of badly because like Danielle, welcome again. We have other diamonds who are on our team who are doing an awesome job. And I really want to be able to do this for our whole entire team. Ashley, you're in Texas, so you have to have another excuse to fly to Wisconsin. But I was wondering, what would the possibility be, or what would the interest be for us to host a more local, like, leadership retreat? Like, I was thinking either Duluth or Door County, something that would, people, because as a brand new diamond, you're really not earning a lot of money. So I want to take kind of the flight expense out of it, and we can all carpool a caravan together and make it less expensive, but still offer the same opportunity to get together with one another, to meet our team, to, build relationships, and to just, do some kind of training with it, but also just having fun. Do you think there would be interest for that? You guys want to do it? Yeah? Okay. So I would love to have it like February, March at the very latest is kind of what I'm thinking. So you can, be thinking about that already. I want to kind of get some ideas of location. I have some in my head where I want to go, but I have to see if they're available for any dates in those 2 months. And then if you guys know of anywhere, like, Tracy, you travel quite a bit. Danielle, Ashley, you're, from Wisconsin. If you guys know of any big houses that we would be able to rent, let's really put our heads together and find an awesome site, and then start planning this. And it would be for diamonds, right? I mean, do we want it to be a diamond leadership?
Yeah.
Okay. With the size of our team, I think we'd have to. And then, depending, a lot of houses are kind of out of capacity after 20 or 23 people. So at that point, then if we need to narrow it down, we can look at who's hitting Success Club and then do something like, to qualify, you have to be hitting Success Club. And I think that's fair. Something like that.
Danielle, I think there's one over by Augusta that I did a massages for a scrapbooking retreat over there. I don't remember the name of the house.
Yeah, it's Beaver Creek Retreat Center. I don't know what it's like inside. It's a pretty decent sized place, but there's not a lot to do, if you're thinking you're going to go do stuff.
That's kind of why I thought Duluth would be fun, because they have a nightlife. If we want to go like out dancing one night or something, it's really close, to that. Or if it's really, February, March is going to be wintry. So then you have what if there's a bad snowstorm? People aren't going to want to drive. Door County, it's pretty dead in the winter, but there might be skiing, maybe we could do some cross country.
The town was pretty dead when we went in February.
What is?
Nobody is in Door County in February.
I know.
When I went to the Fair Tries, there's nothing.
I know a lot of businesses shut down during the winter in Door County. But like I said, there's Peninsula State Park, which is gorgeous. And I know last year, my sister was running through the park all winter long because they groom their trails really nicely. So we could do like some skiing or hiking or, outdoorsy stuff if we wanted to. But I mean, to me, Duluth sounds a little bit more appealing just because there's the city and stuff to do. Otherwise, we could do like maybe Milwaukee area. Lake Geneva has some resorts.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be another option too, is to go a little bit south. So if you guys have time, maybe start looking and seeing what's available and what we can find. I mean, 20 to 25 people would be ideal, just so we can host that many.
Yeah.
Because I think, by then our team is going to grow, right? So just kind of got to forecast for that and be able to do that. So, all right.
Cool.
Okay, awesome, ladies. I will let you get on with your night. Thanks for jumping on, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.